Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to another Nintendo Switch news video. Today we're going to be talking about Nvidia. We got some more news on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons possibly having IR functions, a rumor from Laura Dale Kate, and one analyst is pegging Nintendo Switch sales at 10.6 million units for the first year on the market, in addition to a $250 price tag. So let's go ahead and jump into the first article here, and Nvidia surges. So Jeffries, an analyst, sees 320 million per year in Nintendo Switch. So here's what he has to say, quotations on the device. It appears that the Switch will be powered by Nvidia Tegra processor. Nvidia created new gaming API to take full advantage of the custom software on the device. Nvidia stated that gameplay is further enhanced by hardware accelerated video playback and custom software for audio effects and rendering. We suspect the processing performance will be lower than the PlayStation 4 and the Microsoft Xbox. Nvidia expertise in providing high-performance graphics should help boost gameplay as well as demand for the hybrid console. But then he also went on to say, while Nintendo has been largely uncompetitive against Sony, PlayStation, and Microsoft Xbox, we think the Switch has the potential to see more shipments. There are very few details on the price point, but we think the Wii and the Wii U case studies are instructive. In the first 12 months of launch, Wii shipped 13 million units and Wii U shipped 4 million units. Assuming 5 to 8 million units at a $40 ASP for Tegra translates to 200 to 320 million revenues and 0.11-0.16 in EPS. So pretty cool stuff there. Obviously Nvidia is making some money, but this kind of shows that Nintendo did get quite a deal, or they'd be making a little bit more than this. Yo, 200 million to 320 million is not bad, but it definitely shows that Nintendo might have got this deal on the cheap, because that might be like 500 million. I thought it would be more than that in the first year if they're going to sell that much units. So I mean, I think it's still a good deal for both Nintendo and for Nvidia, because they haven't really been winning any SoC design wins. And here's another thing, guys. If you look at what they're doing with the Tegra, the Shield, and all that, that was pretty much dead. Nobody bought that stuff at all. So I think it's a win-win for both companies when it all comes down to it. If you look at the situations that they're both in, Nintendo's looking for an amazing deal, and Nvidia is looking to just get an SoC design win, because they've been getting bodied by everyone for the past few decades for the most part. So when it comes to consoles, next we're going to move on to Laura Kate Dale's new rumor that she's putting out there, and she's been pretty freaking accurate with a lot of stuff. She says that the Nintendo Switch's right Joy-Con has IR pointer functionality like a Wii remote. So here's what she had to say pretty much on Twitter. We believe the handheld, when docked, will switch on two small IR lights similar to Wii sensor bar at the top of the handheld screen. Peeking out above the top of the dock, the IR sensor in the right Joy-Con can then be used much as the same way as a Wii remote pointer. This is designed to be used for touchscreen replication rather than camera turning and aiming functions Wii remotes were often used for. So maybe that's a possibility, because there could be some touchscreen functionality, or just to add a little bit more user-friendly functionality to this device, because it is going to be for casuals and for core gamers. I see a lot of people saying, oh, this is a hardcore gamers machine for the corest of core gamers. That's not what Nintendo's saying. Nintendo made this tablet-like device for many reasons, for core gamers, but they also made it in order to the casual gamers to have something that they can easily identify. Wii remotes and stuff was awesome, right? People liked Wii remotes for the most part, but not necessarily core gamers liked it for playing. So you see here that she's saying, hey, it's not really going to be for camera turning and more of actual playing games, but it's really just going to be for the touchscreen applications and things like that, easy navigation, and to replicate that touchscreen menu. So you're really going to mainly be playing with the buttons, which I really like with that. So I think this is a good step if they end up doing that. I think that it does add something for casual gamers in addition to core gamers whenever they do want to use that touchscreen functionality. And more functionality is always better, guys. I think that's what I always like to say. More functionality is always better, as long as there's not like gimmicks that force you to use that functionality and you have options. I'm always down for more stuff into any device or any system. And lastly, we have David Gibson, who's a Macquarie Securities analyst, has told Bloomberg that he expects the recently unveiled Nintendo Switch to cost around $250. Gibson is also extremely confident about a strong software lineup. Of course, they're integrating everything. And because of that, it's estimated that Nintendo will sell 2.5 million units of the Nintendo Switch in the first month and an additional 10.6 million units by March 2018. So pretty lofty claims by David Gibson. He covers a lot of Nintendo. He's in on a lot of the investor briefings. He's covered a lot of them for his firm that he works for. So could Nintendo Switch sell 10.6 million units in 1 year? Absolutely, based on what I've seen so far from the reaction. I obviously was not 100% like, oh my gosh, blown away. I thought it was cool. But when more news started coming out and what type of stuff people were saying that this device could do, and when you actually see it in action, definitely, I think it can sell 10.6. I mean, like I said before, you've looked at the YouTube trailer, people are buzzing about this. I've had multiple people talk to me at work about how they want one of these or they want to hear more information on it. Like, they say, hey, Francis, like, tell me, OJ, tell me what this device is. I kind of want to buy one for my kid, or I kind of want to buy one for myself. Can I take it anywhere? I heard about this Wii U thing. Is it anything like that? So that's definitely good. It's good that people are asking questions and they're excited for it. Even like the casual fringe gamers that I do have at work. And even in my last video, I talked about how the dude that sold me my car that I just bought, like, he was like, hey, I'm buying 2 of these, and he never bought the Wii U. So pretty cool stuff there. I'm glad to see that Nintendo is having a little bit of a different reaction, because when the Wii U first launched, there was a lot of skepticism. Even before it did, there was a lot of confusion. People were saying, you know, a lot of people were saying this thing was not going to do well. Everything seems to be going a lot smoother, but we have to wait for the launch lineup. We have to wait and see what Nintendo does with bundles. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. The power of the system, there's still a lot to see, but I'm definitely a far more positive, at least based on what other people are saying when it comes to Nintendo Switch over the Wii U. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.